Life can change drastically in 3 months. It's not professional, it's not ethical.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have a clear understanding who you are and who your customers are.
Oh my god.
Woo, exciting.
I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. But I'm worried, like my heartbeat went up. Oh my god. Hi friends, welcome to my show where I introduce interesting and inspiring guests and we are going to talk about business, marketing or simply our lives. Today my first guest is Dex. This is my dearest friend and 4 years ago he inspired me so much to go towards digital marketing. I also bought your marketing course on Instagram stories. In these 4 years we grew so much in terms of our life experience and in terms of digital marketing experience, and we have so much to tell you today. I'm so excited. So meet Dex. Dex, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me. I'm
Thank
really
you.
excited to be here as well.
I'm so excited.
I can introduce myself a little bit. So I'm a former YouTuber, so I have actually a silver button from YouTube. I had 100K followers that time when I just started. It has been actually, I think 10 years ago I started YouTube, so
Oh my
we'll get
God.
to that. Yeah, currently I'm working with my clients, so I'm usually behind the scenes and I'm helping them to grow their social media. So I have like amazing cases where we grew like from scratch to like 100K followers in 3 months. So yeah, I love doing that.
Yes, I will give a little bit more context because when you're doing something, you don't know, like you cannot give the full picture what you're doing. So me as a person who knows Dex and is not Dex, Dex is working with clients more in terms of reels. Yes,
Yes,
in terms
exactly.
of,
Yeah.
Reel strategy. And the results that you post are crazy. Can we insert some results into the video?
I remember we can show the screenshot. The guy had like 5K followers in January and then he had 100K in March. So life can change drastically in 3 months.
What I want to do with you is that you can maybe tell me a little bit how you started your path in creativity and overall in digital marketing, in whatever, just started your path and how it led you to your current point.
I think I've been always creative, even as a kid, but I don't think we should go there. It's like pretty far away. I would say my journey started in 2014 when I was 16 years old, and I decided that I wanted to be a YouTuber. So I watched a lot of videos from different YouTubers at the time, and then I was like, I want to start. And I think the most important thing was that like I didn't wait for anything. Like I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a laptop to edit the videos, but I was like, I have to start right now. So I had a tablet, I started to film with that. Then I was editing on my sister's laptop when she was sleeping. So like the journey was like, you do whatever you can to make it happen, kind of. And I remember it took me like half a year to get the first 1,000 followers. I didn't give up, and even though my videos were trash that time, because like it's the first time you edit, make videos or anything.
What was the topic of the channel?
At first it was, I wanted to share something what I can actually do, so I'm like really into painting, so like I was like painting Marvel heroes and DC heroes, actually like comic stuff. Yeah, and then slowly it evolved to like crafting, like do-it-yourself things, gifts, decorations. Yeah, and then within actually 4 years, I got to the point where I had 100K followers, and I got to work with big influencers like in Russia, for example, like that had like...
Name them. Kate Clapp, a lot of people know her internationally.
Yes, also with Aging Girl, Stefania.Klimova, like we had like ad commercial that we did together also. Yeah, so it was really nice. I also won a competition where I actually met Kate Clapp as well. Yeah, and then in 2018 I moved to Austria, to Europe, and this is where I had existential crisis a little bit, because I was like, I'm in a new world now, and like this journey that I had, it felt for me like it was already something that I want to leave behind a little bit, and I wanted to be like, here now, international kind of, and like live in Europe. Yeah, so I actually started to sell my own courses about social media, like how to grow on Instagram.
I bought them and that was amazing. And I still remember about this course and some of the knowledge I'm still using today. Thank you.
The whole idea was that people can actually like start working online, like on social media, earn money with that, and also promote themselves. Yeah, and then after a while, I thought, okay, I have been still doing it in Russian, and then I thought, okay, I speak German, I speak English, so I wanted to do it internationally, and now I have clients all over the world. We have like really clients like in Africa, for example, the States, Canada, Brazil, Europe, yeah, in different countries.
But my question would be, I'm sure that you felt stuck because every time you
Yeah.
move to a different country, first of all, you need to rebrand yourself
Yeah.
fully because this is a new language you're speaking, which means that you are kind of a little bit different person. When you
For
speak
sure.
your native language,
Yeah.
when you speak English, when you speak German, you're kind of three different personalities. And you need to rebrand yourself so much. You need to find a way how to express yourself in the society. And this is a very, very hard process, and not everybody can go through. And a lot of people go back. They do not finish the universities, they quit their jobs, and they go back to their normal setting. But we're not going to talk about this today. But this is also a very big topic to be an expat when you're young and you move alone.
Sure.
When you move alone and you're really young. Like
You
you
have
just
no family here or no friends or anything.
you finish school and you're like, okay, well, it's time to, it's like flying to space and trying to figure out how to live that. You started YouTube and it worked out really well. Then you moved to Austria and then somehow you started to work with marketing and then you end up being a real expert. Why every time you start doing this, you reach a good result?
Oh, that's actually a very good question. I think because I'm as a person, I'm actually always ready to leave things behind if I'm ready for the new level, I would say.
Oh, same. And I love doing it. It's my favorite part of starting something new, saying goodbye to old stuff.
Yeah.
Favorite thing ever.
For me, it was the same thing with YouTube when I was doing that in Russian. I just realized it wasn't me anymore. It was like this guy who was doing creative stuff and like just sharing it with people. But there was no value for like people who wanted to, I don't know, earn money or like have a different path already, like not just being at home doing some like things. It's nice, but like it wasn't me anymore.
Yeah.
And I was ready like to give it up kind of and then start from scratch again.
Why Instagram then?
I think it was actually, I was influenced a little bit by other people as well, but I think also it was more common on Instagram than it was on YouTube, because like most of the YouTube creators used to live off ads and then like product placement.
What I see is there is a pattern in the way how you achieve things, because being a blogger on YouTube and getting a lot of followers and winning a lot of contests, and then rebrand yourself and do the same thing on Instagram, and then find a producer and launch your online course, make money and succeed, and then you rebranded yourself into being a real expert. There is a framework that you use that is applicable to every niche. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yes, the mindset or the approach or maybe the level of responsibility. I don't know what is this. Let me know what is this.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, I would say. I think one of the things that I always get back to kind of is understanding like my strength, and I think I've been on social media for so long and it always comes to the same point of like you have to give people what they want, but the idea is in social media you have to either entertain people or educate them, but like there's supposed to be some kind of value, and like it always comes back to like what do people want and how do I find a way to give it to them? YouTube, Instagram, Reels, whatever.
So you're trying to way how to target your audience in the engaging way and plus informative. So before that you were just mostly engaging with crafts and also informative. Maybe people did some crafts with you. And then when you became an expert on Instagram and sold your online courses, you just gave a lot of value. But also, again, how are you not burning out? How are you sure that I choose this path, and how do you make this decision easily? You do not overthink like, oh my God, am I really a real expert, or am I really like an expert on Instagram? Can I really sell my online course? Should I go this way or should I try something else? Why? You make a decision quite easy, as I would say. How?
I think it comes from within. I always have like this feeling inside of me, like saying like, okay, this is the time now, you have to change something. And usually, that's actually interesting, but I think all the time when I get this feeling, there's always opportunities to actually to jump on. So like anytime I have this feeling, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna trust it, I'm sure like there's gonna be something, and there usually is. And I'm trying to not overthinking. I'm trying to trust like my inner whatever that is telling me that I should do something. I do believe that I'm very responsible. Like for me, it's not okay to do a job like only halfway. Or for example, like for me, it's just not professional and not ethical. And I'm Kim Kardashian now. It's not professional. It's not ethical. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But realistically speaking, I think I'm just not a kind of person who would do a bad job. And I'm gonna like, even if there are like problems and then I'm realizing, okay, maybe like I screwed up a little bit, I'm always trying to find a solution.
Why it's never enough where you are?
Because I'm always reaching for something more, that's for sure.
Yeah. And that's like the kind of urge.
I mean, for me personally, I think life is supposed to be about evolving, always like getting to the new level. And I'm not sure if it's like just me being addictive to that, but this is for me like how the life is supposed to be kind of. And I know where it's coming from. It's coming from actually my family because we were growing up actually very poor. And then my father like started the business when I was a teenager, and then things started to like take off. They were like getting better and better and better, and I realized, okay, life can be different. And I also was thinking like, he is doing way better than my grandparents do. So like the next generation is doing better than the previous one. And for me, it's like a click there, like I'm supposed to be also kind of like better and better and better. I'm not sure if it's healthy, guys, but this is how my brain works.
This is not about psychology.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like life is supposed to move forward all the time. And of course we have like breakdowns, we have a pause where maybe we're even going backwards sometimes and it's hard. But generally speaking, it's always about the movement and like going forward.
And in the end of each interview, I'm going to ask each guest the same questions. That are probably the most interesting ones for me. So the first one, what is your most important life lesson and how did you realize it? How did you go through it?
My life lesson is basically that I'm learning how to find a balance between the things that I want right now and the things that I want most in my life. And I think this is for me like how I'm trying to live my life. So a simple example would be, I want an ice cream right now, but I also want to be like a 10% fat.
And balance in between a bigger picture and like a small...
And daily things, yeah. This is how I'm trying to live my life because I don't want to be miserable just because of the things that I want most, kind of. I don't want to like work myself out where like I'm living a miserable life and then finally I got an apartment in Vienna. I'm like, well, what was the price? Like you didn't live, you just existed and like you didn't enjoy life and then you have this stupid apartment. But at the same time you want it. So like you have to make the decisions that will lead you to that. But at the same time, you actually have a life and then you enjoyed it. And
that is a very good way of seeing things. It's not like the principle that I'm using for life, but however, I always like to bring back the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Like, is this really, truly leading you somewhere, or is just in this context of now, is you think it's important? What are the top 3 best advice for people in your niche or overall in creative niche?
I mean, those are super basic ones.
Yeah, we talked about it before the interview that the most amazing advice and the most amazing things that can bring you forward are so easy.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I mean, the first tip would be like, don't wait too long. Yeah, there is a thing from, I think it was a guy who founded LinkedIn. He said like, if you launch something without any mistakes, then you launch too late. So if you launch something, it's supposed to have some minor like mistakes or something because you are doing it at the right time. So I'm just saying like, don't wait. Just like you have the idea to try it out, do it right now. Like don't ask a billion questions. Just like you will figure it out on the way. And the worst case scenario is still not that bad. So it's fine. Second one, you have to have a clear understanding who you are and who your customers are. That's super simple. Like if you can't answer those 2 questions, you will not succeed on social media or in business in general.
Nobody's gonna buy anything.
Yeah. And the third one, I would say, don't ever hesitate to invest in yourself. It can be different things. It can be knowledge and can be like even ads or whatever. But like just if you know what is like critical few in your like niche, in your business, and you know those are the things that are very important, don't ever hesitate to invest in those things.
And one more thing that I can add to investing in yourself, it is not only investing into your knowledge, it is not investing in your business. Sometimes it's very important to invest in your relaxation and how you actually take care of yourself. This is as important, or sometimes even more important, because in these moments when you are relaxed and you're not stressed and you're simply swimming in the sea or laying in the sun, or I don't know, reading a book that you wanted to read for the last few years, that's where a great idea can visit your brilliant mind.
I have two things to add to that.
Yes.
So first of all, my therapist tells me the best thing I can do for work is not work.
And I love that.
She's like, you just like reset, relax, and this is great. And the second thing, I think, when you are actually bored, this is when you get creative ideas.
Absolutely, yes. Yes. My simple practice, you probably seen on my Instagram stories, like I'm probably every weekend in the forest. I'm on my yoga mat reading my book because this is my day off and I don't want to work. And one way how I am not working is when I'm in the forest. You know, I'm among the trees and birds and I'm beyond bored. And that's where I actually write down amazing ideas, or that's why my brain relaxes so much that I wake up the next day and I have the resource to make something new and make something really creative. I love this. The main point of the show, again, is to maybe be brave enough and say that we are here, and every of my future guests is here to inspire you, maybe help you to overcome some of your fears or to reach your goals. And we are not there yet. Our big goals are still, you know, somewhere in my mind. They haven't came true. But I just wanted to say that when I started my path, I had some people who inspired me in the beginning, and just as their example, just when I saw that they're waking up every day and working towards your goal, and this is what I want to do for you now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dex.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed that.
I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, this interview cannot last for 5 hours, but we have so much to tell. Maybe in half a year we can make part 2 and talk about our results in 6 months since our interview. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck, and you are definitely going to make it. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Oh, that was good.
Nice. It was great, I think.
Yeah? Oh my god. So good. Let's go eat.
Yes, celebrate.
Yeah.